Yes, sir. You can start now.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Sir, we'll start in next 2 minutes, sir.
As do you have the presentation with you?
Yes, sir. I have in my laptop and I share my phone. Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Thank you. Start.
डॉक्टर साहब एक्चुअली 1-2 मिनट में स्टार्ट करते हैं।
ठीक है, श्योर।
स्टार्ट में करूंगा क्योंकि अभी सब ज्वाइन कर रहे होंगे।
बस पानी ला देना और बाहर से गेट बंद कर देना। नहीं है यार।
Very good afternoon, all the eminent doctors. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. Our endeavor is to spread awareness about rabies, which is fatal but can be treated once appropriate vaccinated. This is an initiative from Cadila through its innovation to serve the society and humankind. The topic of today's webinar is dosage reduction strategy in rabies management, role of novel vaccines. Dear doctors, rabies is the world's first 3-dose anti-rabies vaccine. And with great pride, we would like to inform you that rabies has successfully completed 1 year of its launch, which is more than treated 40,000 animal bites and victims, vaccinated, 100% compliance was recorded, and no case of ARDs was registered. With this, it's my honor to introduce Dr. Navneet Kumar, physician from East Delhi, and introduce him to the today's webinar, requesting Dr. Navneet Kumar to initiate the talk, and later on we will have question and answer session. Now over to Dr. Navneet Kumar.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mohanty. And good evening, all of doctors. You already told about this topic. Today we are discussing about the doses reduction strategies in rabies management. So we are discussing the fuse point contains rabies disease, animal bite incidence in India, epidemiology, evolution of rabies vaccine, challenges, the unmet need, introducing rabies, novel technology, and clinical study phase 1 and phase 3, and takeaway last. The rabies virus, a neurotopic virus consisting of 5 genes, nucleoprotein, phosphorus protein, matrix protein, glycoprotein, and the viral RNA polymers. Among these proteins, the G and N protein are known to be important to the immunogenicity against the rabies virus. The G protein is a major antigen in the formation of neutralizing antibodies against rabies virus in animal. Epidemiologies we are discussing. It is the shocking news and shocking data we have. The globally 59,000 people die by rabies, and 1/3, approx 20,000 in India killed by rabies. So 97% of rabies cases in India, and also involve the cat and monkey, but they are rarely involved in this rate is of high. India is home to an estimated more than 60 million stray dogs and 25 to 30 million per dogs. The WHO reports and rabies in 2018 estimated that India had 20,000 human deaths a year from rabies, accounting for 60% of the rabies death in Asia and 35% globally. And rabies death were not evenly distributed throughout the country. 1/3 of all rabies deaths were found in the Uttar Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha. Like
Screen is not changing.
Now is evolution of rabies vaccinations. So we are very well known about the starting phase of the vaccination of rabies. The approx 31 injections of to increasing the immunogenicity. And 1911 indicated vaccines bring up to 10% and minimal neural contains liquid preparations. The change of 14 injections each, 0.5 ml per daily. And 1976, standardized immunogenicity liquidized. 4 generations of rabies vaccination were developed based on recombinant DNA technology, where either the DNA vaccines or the protein subunit vaccines were developed. Rabies virus consists of 5 genes. As per discussed before, like nucleoprotein, phosphoprotein, and matrix protein, glycoprotein, and the viral RNA polymers. Traditional rabies vaccines typically require multiple doses, with the World Health Organization's recommended a 5-dose regimen administered over a 28 days periods, like days 0, 3, 7, 14, and 28. However, overcompliance with the 4th and 5th doses of the recommended 5 doses of rabies vaccines poses significant challenges to the effect, preventions, and control of the deadly disease. Various factors contribute to the low compliance rates of the 4th and 5th doses of 5 doses PEEP regimen. Lack of awareness about the importance of completing the full course of vaccinations, limited access of healthcare facilities, financial consistent and the inadequate follow-up mechanism all contributions to suboptimal compliances. Additionally, fear of needles associated with vaccine administrations and the misconceptions about side effect may also discourage individual from completing the full vaccination regimen. Poor compliance increases the risk of insufficient protections against rabies, leaving individual vulnerable to infection exposed to the virus. Now is meeting the unmet medical needs, introducing a novel vaccines with a simple and shortest regimen. RABIES. RABIES has made up of 5 latest technology, like the first protein subunit vaccines prepared by VLP platform technology. First vaccines with 3 dose intramuscular regimen like 0 days, 3 and 7 days. Completed the over 3 shots, we can over the vaccines for the patient. Better compliance due to easy to flow regimen and less visits. Convenience, ready to use, no reconstruction needed. Currently, 5 doses regimen administration on the day 0, 3, 7, 14, and 28. The recommendations of the post-exposure vaccination. Compliance regimen has major challenges with the 5 days. Schedule in a post-exposure prophylaxis of rabies. Non-compliance rates increases as does during increasing, and it is reported as high as 40% in a 5-dose regimen. RABIES vaccines may help to improve compliance towards full course of immunizations due to unique advantages like reduced dosage schedule, like 0 to 3, 7 days, and resulting in less number of injections and reduced number of visits. So the easy comfort for the patients and doctor also. VLP technology. Discuss about the VLP technology. The original research article was published in Association of Prevention and Control of Rabies in India, APCRI, journal regarding development of the novel recombined rabies G protein vaccines by VLP technology. Phase 2 clinical trial design consists of 5 study arms and 1 in comparators vaccines. Rabies G protein vaccines arm including dose 10 to 15 IUs and schedule 0 to 03 and 037 days. A complete seroprotection 100% was achieved for all dose schedules regimen at day 14 and sustained the same at day 42. No SAE or anaphylactic reactions was reported in phase 2. Out of total 225 subjects, 40 subjects reported AES, and the headache was the most frequent adverse event, followed by the muscles pain and tiredness. Most frequent body system affected by AES was general disorders and administration site conditions, 12% subject. Musculoskeletal and connective tissue disorder 9% and nervous system disorders 8%. So this is data we have. The clinical studies phase 3. Safety and immunogenicity of novel 3 doses recommends nanoparticles rabies G protein vaccines administered as simulated post-exposure immunizations. A randomized comparators and controlled multi-center phase 3 clinical studies. Object to establish the non-inferiority of the novel 3 doses recommended rabies G protein vaccines to be administered as the simulated post-exposure prophylaxis when compared to 5-dose WHO pre-qualified vaccines for the better safety and immunogenicity. RABIES to evaluate immunogenicity and safety of rabies G protein vaccinations. Vaccine administered at a simulated post-exposure immunizations healthy volunteers. Randomized, comparative, controlled multi-centric studies. Total subjects of 800, randomized 2:1. So study designs and like objective to demonstrating non-inferiority to the test vaccines of the comparators vaccines. Primary objective, subjects the seroprotections at 14 days post first dose. Seroprotection RBNA titer equal to and more than equal to 0.5 IU per ml. A secondary objects, subject with seroprotection at day 42 post first dose of test vaccine. Safety by monitoring subjects with adverse events. Seroprotections, the protection obtained by vaccines. Efficacy. The results were consistent across different age group and genders. Observed difference 1.52% with the pre-specified margin of 4%. Non-inferiority for the seroprotection, primary endpoint day 14 to 42 were met. Test and comparators are identical in seroprotection rate, both on day 14 to 42. The safety results. Safety is the rabies has better safety profile, has significantly less AES compared to reference vaccines. The rabies was non-inferior to reference vaccines and less adverse effects compared to reference vaccines. And novel 3 dose rabies was found to be safe and immunogenicity and was comparable to 5 doses of WHO pre-qualified vaccine. And pharma innovation of the year by the Economic Times. So Theravis wins the ET Pharma World Award for the Innovations Pharma of the Year. And Cadila Pharmaceutical Rabies Vaccines, Theravis received award at the Golden Global Tiger Awards in Malaysia. Thank you, and thank you, Cadila Pharma. Any queries and any questions, kindly share with us.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a very nice interactive session and very informative. And it's an eye-opener to each one of us that I'm Siddharth from the marketing team of the Cadila Pharma, and it's a great initiative by the Cadila Pharma that we have launched the world's first 3-dose anti-rabies vaccine. And it's an eye-opener to each and every one that they are dependent on the 5-dose vaccine earlier, but now it has it is come with the 3-dose vaccine. It's a revolutionary product. So there's a few questions running in my mind, sir. So one by one, I want to ask some about these questions. Like, can you please tell me, sir, doctor, like what type of animal bites you have came across with apart from dog bites? Because the rabies is basically found most in 95% of the rabies cases are found with the dog bites patient. So any apart from dog bite you have came across with?
Actually, dog is a role in a 97% totally in cases, and cats and monkey and rats also involved in a 3 to 4% in a case of this rabies.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me, sir, there are some victims are also there that if they are bitten by the pet dogs, so in that case also we need to go for the anti-rabies vaccine
Yeah, of course.
even
Yes.
if the pet is vaccinated.
Yeah, of course, data has to say if has a pet dog and also vaccinated, then you have to go with the vaccines, the proper channels. So you have no any type of field negligences to avoid any kind of vaccines taken. आवाज
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes.
So it is mandatory to take the vaccine even if the patient is get bitten by the pet dogs, even the pet dog is vaccinated. So it is necessary for the person, sir.
Yeah, of course, that is the necessary, the mandate also.
Okay. Okay, so sir, one last question. Like, what are the you have gone through the session. I'm going through the session. So, what is the advantage of a 3-dose vaccine rather than the 5-dose vaccine till now? So, what is the advantage of that?
First of all, the advantage is कि you have to lesser times compared to 5 vaccines, and you have to lesser time. Then you have to save time and the pricking of sites, like the 5 injections. If you have take the feel pain for the 5 injections, and after the launch by the Cadila, you just feel just 3 times such type of pain in cover in these 3 sessions. So it's the major benefits for the patients and doctor also. Time and pain also.
The first is obviously it is a time dependent and it reduces the time as well. So it's a 1-week therapy, and other conventional dosage which are available, it's a 1-month therapy. So the time हमारा उसमें short हो जाता है, sir. And that's the best part in our rabies vaccine. And that's all from my side. And thank you so much, sir, for a very informative and the very great session. It will be a learning from you, and I hope this rabies will make wonders in this pharma industry.
Thank you, and thank you, Cadila Pharma and all team, entire team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.